Hi, I'm Kirk. Welcome to Good Enough Backyard Beekeeping. I'm doing a voiceover because as I walked out to my hives to do a video on winter preparation, I was surprised to find a swarm instead. So I got interrupted on the winter prep video and decided to uh, video the swarm. So what you're looking at here is a swarm coming out of one of the hives here. And what I'm doing is panning out and showing you the bees that are flying overhead. There's two trees that you see right there. There's a beech tree and an oak tree just over the shed. These are very tall and mature trees. And as I watched the swarm go up into the sky, you noticed that they were starting to settle in at the top of the tree. Nowhere that I could get a swarm. So watch the video and enjoy watching a swarm. Oh, one interesting thing, I'll give you the ending real quick here, is the swarm actually returned back to the hive. So watch to the end and you'll see the bees actually return to the hive that it left. Okay, well here's a view from my deck looking out at my bees. So my bees are kept here. This tree, let's see, right behind the shed. It's not that one. Right there. We go up this tree. Up these trees, sorry. Go up, up, up. Keep going up. Those bees you see crossing, those are foraging bees going out and getting their pollen and nectar. And we keep going up. Way up there. Ah, look at that. And that's where the swarm went. Interesting. So this is a new nuke that I put in probably around June time frame. Thought I was giving them enough space. Well, apparently not enough. So here they are up in that oak tree. I'm going to try putting some Swarm Commander on a trap, but I don't know if they're going to smell it. But let's give it a try. I have a swarm that is returning back to its hive. Now, as I look down, there's a cluster of bees on the ground here. And you know what? That is the original queen. Let me get I can see her right in there. So they gave her away. There's my white queen right there. Look at it. All right, I'm going to get my queen catcher and grab her. I did find the queen. She was on the ground. Come on, phone, focus. She is in my queen marking device here. I don't know if I can get her to flip over, but she has a white dot on her. So I know she's my queen. I'll try to get her to show up. Wow, this is a crazy day. You know, you try doing something, the bees throw a curve at you. Interesting though, isn't it? So oh, there she is. You saw the white dot? There she is trying to poke her head through there. She's still trying to poke her head through. Alright, what I'm going to do is put this over by the hive. There you can see her white dot. It's pretty faded. But she still looks pretty healthy. I'm not sure why this hive was swarming. So let me do some investigation. The craziness that you see going on right now with this second hive, this hive swarmed. And I think what I'm seeing right now is these bees are returning back to the hive. Very interesting. So my intention when I was walking out here is to do a video on preparing my bees for winter. But as you can see, these bees must thought there was a reason to swarm. Funny thing is, they're coming out of the tree. I don't think I can capture that on video. But they went into a big oak tree. And now they're all returning. Wow, this is crazy. I've seen bees swarm before, but I've never seen them return. So this is pretty cool. So I don't know. Do I do a winter prep video or a swarm video? Maybe two different videos. Right now, the whole area that I'm standing in is just covered in bees. They are all around me. But they're not worried about me. They want to get back in this hive. I think what I may do is go grab a super and stick it on top, give them some room, see if that helps keep them in the hive. But yeah, you don't want to see swarms in August. Actually, I don't want to see swarms any year. Can't say I've ever opened up a hive right after swarming. Let's take a peek though. So here's beekeeping for you. Nothing but surprises, right? So if you've been following my videos, this is probably about week 10 since I've installed this nuke. This was highly unusual for a new hive to swarm like that. But it is packed full of bees. I don't think I have the energy to go diving down in to see if there's queen cells. But let's just take a frame or two and see what things are looking like. You guys need to remind me to put a queen excluder on here. So, I'm not going to be able to show you from this distance, but this is all brand new eggs in here. And then there's some nectar on top. I mean, this is what I want to see a hive look like, but it looks like they just ran out of room. I think this queen is doing so well, and a lot of the brood is hatched, and it just got packed out. I'm gonna go grab a clean. I'm not gonna dive into this thing. One is I don't have the energy, and the other is I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with queen cells this time of year anyways. But what I will do is I'll put the queen back in here. So let me lay her on top while I go get the queen excluder. You can see there's already bees on there. I'll try to keep this in view of you guys. So they're not balling her up, at least not yet. Hopefully they won't. When we get that queen excluder, I'll see how this looks when I get back. So this is the top of the hive. Taking this with my phone, I can usually get better quality from my phone. You look over at the queen. She's in the cage there. All their attendants are trying to check her out. They don't appear to be balling up her, so that's good. Balling up would mean that they're trying to reject her. I think they're happy to have her back. So let's see if we can witness her being released. I don't know if that's going to show up. Try shaking the bees off. Watch closely. I haven't seen anything yet. Oh, she's on top. See her up there? I don't know why they don't go right into the hive. There she's crawling down. And there she went in. No, she didn't go in. She's right there. She's close, so I'm going to remove this. And she's right up on top and went down in. Alright, awesome. Yeah, they don't seem to mind her, which is good. I didn't want her attacking her. Alright, so the old queen is back in there. Let's quite a bit of excitement for today. Well, let's give them some room. I don't know if this is the right thing. I would typically separate checkerboard, but I guess I'm really not into that right now. Let's see if this does the job. I'm going to put 2 supers on here. That should be plenty of space. The only fear is that it's too much space. The problem you have with too much space, you get hive beetles, wax moth. The hive beetles seem to be more of a problem than wax moth for me. All right, so this first super. Second super. I'm really not putting this on to catch honey. I'm really putting this on there to keep the bees in the box. And you know what? If it catches honey, then that's a bonus. Got a little spacing here. Okay. I'll put the cover back on. There you go. Let's see if these bees stay in the hive. So we saw the queen. We know the queen's in there. Now will she stay in there? We'll check back in a little while and see if the activity on the outside stops. I'll have to go back out and look at that oak tree to see if they cleared. If they have virgins, there might be a virgin up there. Really, that's what I thought I was going to find on the ground, was a virgin queen. I didn't expect to see the actual queen from this hive. So, hey, that was really interesting. And now I'm out of energy. I don't know if I can do the other video I was planning on. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. That's beekeeping, you know, throwing curveballs at you. And I guess part of beekeeping is being able to hit the curve. And kind of like baseball, if you want to use that analogy. The hives are looking good. Going back to the winter prep part, what I've done at this point is I've put 2 deeps on all my hives. So I spend most of my summer, well, here, I'll back up. I go into the spring, taking the top deep off, and what I do is I split those bees and make nukes. So as I go through my hives, I find the strong hives. I split them up into nukes. I buy new queens for those nukes so that they get a good jump start. It's too early in the spring for me to create queens at that point. Now I'm down to a single deep. I put honey supers on that. And I go through most of my summer with a single deep and honey supers. That's where I get my honey production. Do I lose some honey by doing that? Maybe a little. Do I keep from swarming? I want to say yes. This hive is not a good example. This was not actually one of my production hives. This is a new nuke. So it's shown you how well this nuke is done. Here it is, August, and it was ready for another split, I guess. So it tried splitting itself. Hopefully these honey supers will help out. And all right, I think we're done. I know I'm starting to get hot, starting to get warm out here. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, share these things with people. The channel's struggling a little bit. It doesn't get the views. YouTube doesn't really like it very much. But maybe you guys can help out a little bit. Comments help the channel. And sharing, liking, subscribing. And if you guys like me doing this, I'll keep doing it. All right, well, thanks for watching. No more begging. And goodbye.